What's going on, Turfy League? It is week 4. No Farley this week because he's dead.
They say he's going to be my right-hand man. Ad-lib master joke.
Nope. Go back to the script.
We're going to get into some of these matchups and some of the results from last week. I'd be remiss to not point out that we have 2 new big spenders in this league. Garrett Wilson cost Chris a cool 211 fab dollars, and Garoppolo 123. Wow. Tyler Higbee going at 61, Jacoby Myers at 50. All right, looking at last week, got Just Poopin defeating Deshaun Touchdown there. Mr. Brett got Urban Buttfitters losing to the master.
My right-hand man.
Blue Claws finally getting his first win, champion against Bill, and Jawbreakers again with the second win in a row, defeating Chris Pizza by Alfredo's.
Real.
Alright, so myself taking down Mr. Brett. Biggest thing here, Russell Wilson did not come to play. Matt Stafford, unfortunately, Cooper Kupp ran a touchdown in. Mixon was supposed to have 2 touchdowns, and he had none. All around low scoring from Brett last week. The Mahomes trade also appeared to work out in my favor. Pretty much everybody I picked last week lost.
We got our asses kicked.
Except for this one, David taking down Bill with a gentleman's score of 137-20. Barely beating Brett this week. Jalen Hurts carrying his team. Saquon having a good night last night. Otherwise, he would not have won. For David, it's coming together. We had Jawbreakers and Pizza by Alfredo's. So we had Jawbreakers with another decently high-scoring week. Lamar Jackson, again, just killing it. The year that I decided to not get him back on my roster is the year he blows up. So thank you, Harlan. Joe Burrow finally getting there a little bit. Derek Carr still consistent floor. It was Lamar Jackson that really was the edge. Excellent job, Harlan. Matchup of the week from last week, Michael against Master.
Nope. Go back to the script.
Kyler Murray, not so hot. Derrick Henry also finally having himself a day. Robinson trades seem to have helped him as well. Amon-Ra going down, not enough to get it done. John does take home the victory there, and I was wrong about that. Alright, looking ahead to this week's matchups, we've got myself going up against Chris, Michael going up against Harlan, game of the week, John going up against Blue Claws, David, and densely populated Bill against Rhett. Starting off, myself against Chris, Patrick Mahomes, hopefully having a bounce back week. Right now I have Winston in. I don't know about Kirk Cousins in London yet. I have too many pieces in the Sunday game. I think we'll know after Sunday if I'm winning or losing this week. On Chris's side, Burrow, I think, should have a good game against Miami. I think that'll be a pretty high-scoring game. Derek Carr is probably going to struggle against Denver as well. Probably going to be Cook at this point. But the harness, I'm sure he'll score 40 points. The device.
Dude! Went for 27, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, had a 17-yard pass catch. Unbelievable.
He should wear that thing all the time.
Between the holes that the offensive line were providing him and the speed at which he found every one of them, he had 5 15-plus yard runs in like the first quarter.
Travis Kelce, Tampa Bay. Mahomes' is only target at this point. He can catch the ball this time. How many times did he miss it last week? No defense for either of us right now, so I'm sure that'll run after waivers. If I have to pick who's going to win this one, it really comes down to Sunday. Probably pick myself, which means I will lose.
Flush you back.
All right, and then we got Blue Claws going up against...
Nope. Go back to the script.
Alright, and then we got Master Bateman going up against Blue Claws, John and David. So Josh Allen obviously should have a good day against Baltimore. Mariota against Wentz. Sure. Pieces that I like in this one, Amari Cooper, James Robinson's got a great floor. Derrick Henry needs to have a good day against Indy. On David's side, Chase in primetime on Thursday night. Overall, I do think I like David better in this one. I think he's going to get his second win. Third match this week, we've got Bill going up against Brett. I could say this is the sad showdown. I don't know. Showdown of the week for sadness.
Hey, it is freaking cold out here.
Alright, so Russell Wilson obviously has to get going and do something. I like Hurts. Hurts may be the best. Stafford I don't like. Mayfield I hate.
Like a Lady Baker.
Marquise Brown has been great lately. Kitty City should have a good day against Tennessee. Kittle's got to get going, and I think that's good having Kittle on a Monday night. Looking for Eckler to have a big day. Houston, you would think he'd be able to do that. So I like Bill because of Hurts, because of Eckler's upside here, but it would not surprise me if Brett won. And that's how you cover a spread.
Because today we are all kings and queens.
Alright, and here we go. The matchup of the week. Urban Buttfitters against Jawbreakers.
Which type ain't you, Wayne?
So Kyler, hopefully he'll have a good day against Carolina. Herbert, injured, struggling. Houston's a good way to get right, but man, you don't know with his injury there how that's going to be. On the other side with Lamar Jackson and Buffalo, I think that's going to be more of a struggle, but I really like Waddle going into this week. into that matchup. Amon Ra injured. I mean, he seems like a guy that's going to dog it out.
Commanders, they got a guy before me over there. I believe his name is De'Ami Brown. I don't know how many catches he had or how many yards he had, but you guys can probably tell me that. I didn't see him in the game much.
Taylor and McCaffrey, the 2 top picks of the whole freaking draft, going up against each other. This is awesome. Waller and Pitts. I don't know that Pitts is going to get a lot of extra targets, and it's going to happen with him this year. I actually like Waller there. Fournette and Dobbins. I love that Dobbins is back, but Fournette, he's one of the best running backs right now. I think he's just so solid. And then Herbert. I like Herbert, obviously. I think has a lot of upside. Zeke, Pollard were able to run on them pretty well last night. And then Pittsburgh against New Orleans. So overall, it's already really close anyway. I think I'm going to give this one to Mr. Harlan, who is going to take home his 3rd victory of the year and catapult him into 1st place. Alright, so Jawbreaker's the winner. That is the Week 4 podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Like always, trying to keep them short, sweet.
Like a Lady Baker.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy watching football. I'll see some of you this weekend. Mr. Bale.
SNL.
Later.